He goes through all these polls and all the data we have, which actually does define the citizenry and their desires in Egypt, which the lib media have completely ignored because they're on the ground interviewing 3 or 4 college students. And he says in FoxNews.com, this is too long to read, but we'll link to it on MarkLevinShow.com, with Mubarak vowing to stay in power, this was the other day. Central question is, what will happen when he leaves? And he goes through all these polls and everything, Zogby and Pew, and found some very ugly things. 60% of Egyptians have fundamentalist views. 20% are secular in their orientation. Egyptians also support a more expansive role for Islam in Egyptian life. Pew polling conducted last year. 48% say that Islam plays a large role in politics in Egypt. An overwhelming majority, 85%, say Islam's influence in politics is positive. Sounds like our group here, CARE. Only 2% say its influence is negative. Almost 2/3 of Egyptians told Zogby that Egyptian life would improve when clerics play a more central role in the political life of the country. Let's have a vote right now, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Like the Obama administration said the first time. Come on, we got to have democracy quickly. And then the next time, I mean slowly. And then the next time, I mean now. And then the next time, I mean a gradual transition with universal values. Bunch of doofuses. 84% say that apostates, or those who forsake Islam, should face the death penalty. 77% say thieves should have their hands cut off. 54% say men and women should be segregated in the workplace. Just like the American Revolution. You gotta love it. The Egyptian people clearly support a political agenda, he says, that can be described as radical. More than 7 in 10 said they were positive toward Iran getting nuclear weapons. In a July 2010 Zogby poll, close to 80% favor abrogating the Camp David Accords with Israel, meaning the Egyptians would arm up the Sinai Peninsula. Significant number of Egyptians are favorable to terrorist organizations, with close to half favorable to Hamas and 1 in 5 favorable to Al-Qaeda. Given this data, it's no shock, he writes, that the only group in Egyptian society that has any broad-based support is the Muslim Brotherhood. Their leader, Muhammad Badi, has not surprisingly said the Koran should be law in Egypt and that jihad was essential. He also said Israel and Zionism have to be resisted in every way possible with every resource at the disposal of the Egyptian people. What a peaceful, Democrat-loving group of leaders we have here. It's just swell. But don't worry, Obama says this needs to be peaceful, democratic, proper transformation. And I'm sure every one of these people are hanging on his every